Oh, wait, stop. Wait, let's leave that in. Okay, ready? Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Terminally
Bald.
Bald.
What's happening?
I'm giggling because this one over here he's in kind of like a sourpuss mood, and I was like laughing.
That's not true.
Sorry. Okay. Never mind. I'm a liar.
Well,
but
you were gonna record leaning back in your chair, holding your microphone.
Because my back. It happened again. My back hurts. I'm going to a chiropractor. Okay, I have back issues that I had before my car accident,
which made it worse.
But my back hurts, so I wanted to lay back, and then saucy pants over here wanted me to sit up, and I wanted to sit like this. I was even gonna ask him to take it off of this so I could just hold it and like be chill. But then he didn't like that.
So anyways,
also kind of, but also because my back hurts. So anyways, we're gonna fist bump because I only have my water today. We don't both have drinks. And I said we still have to cheers. So cheers.
Happy Friday.
Cheers. Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday.
I hope everyone's having a beautiful week.
Yes.
I was just thinking about how I normally am serving, or I feel like I was serving with the fits at the beginning. Do you know what that means?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So for all you old heads, serving looks or serving with the fits, like serving outfits, means like I used to like dress up and look really good on the podcast, but now I'm like I literally am wearing the clothes I wear to work. I smell like my client's house because the mom and the grandma are always cooking, so I literally come home and smell like onions.
You know you don't have to tell people that. They would know. Go ahead, you tell them.
I think you guys are really fascinated and really want to know these things.
Oh Lord.
We also didn't go over what we're going to discuss today, so I'm just kind of just chatting.
Well, we never go over it. We don't have any
topics or stuff to plan out.
Oh my gosh. Stupid brain. When people read what's going on in their movie, they read...
Oh, script.
Oh my gosh.
We don't have a script. This is very true. But it's okay because that's why you have me. I'm your personal Google.
I know, you got it. We don't have a script. We just talk. We just talk about everything.
We do.
Life, daily things going on in this world.
Chatty chat.
It's been an interesting few days just because of what's going on in life. Working, getting some things done. Been trying to obviously hang out with my grandson, who's a stud. He's a stud. He's going to be a football player. He's going to be a basketball player. He's going to play every sport there is. I think
he is going to play sports. He really loves being active. Like, he wants to run around. He's in his toddler phase. Not phase, like his 8. He's literally 2. He is a toddler.
But he's wide open.
Yeah.
I'm
always tired.
I know, he wears us out, but I love it. He gets in the floor with a football, and he calls me Bumpa. And he goes, Bumpa, football, a key. And he points in the middle of the floor.
He's so cute. I love him so much.
His other grandfather's 100% Spanish and is teaching
They're
Spanish. Peruvian, so I love it. So anyway, I'll get in the floor with him, and we tackle each other and roll around the floor, and he loves that. He giggles and laughs and takes the football running and wants me to tackle him, and anyway, it's fun. And his dad is 6'3". He's going to be, I know he's going to play basketball too, which I would love that.
Oh my God, yeah.
In fact, I just thought about that. I'm going to put up a basketball goal back on the garage. Remember, I had one for years.
Oh, yeah. We should get him a baby one. Oh, he has one in his house.
I know. I'm going to get a basketball goal that we can lower. So it'll drop down to 6 feet, and he'll be able to shoot. Then he's gonna start early.
Oh, you're saying once he's a teenager?
Yeah, well,
that's a long time.
To be a teenager.
Okay.
These kids start playing at 5 and 6 years old.
Okay, I mean, do you think that's low enough? I'm thinking about how high that thing used to be, even when you used to lower it.
He's gonna know it. And we're gonna get pads. I'm gonna hit him the first time I'm tackling.
Hit him?
Yeah, that's what football does.
Not my nephew.
I'm kidding.
That's what scares me. I've always thought about this. Like, if I have a son or a kid who wants to play like football like that, I love football and I love watching it, and it would be fun, but also it's so scary because of the injuries. I mean, you literally had a life-altering injury.
Well, but I didn't have it to my last senior football.
But still,
I didn't have
but also
any
the trauma.
For the 12 years I played football.
But still, the trauma that it causes in your brain.
8 years. Yeah.
And all that stuff that's going. Who was that famous guy, that famous football player, who he like ended up murdering people, or he went crazy because he had like swelling in his brain because he was a football player?
Oh yeah, Hernandez.
Wasn't that Hernandez? That's what I was literally just gonna say.
Yeah, sad.
That's what I'm saying. It's scary.
Yeah.
And they couldn't. I remember this distinctly when I watched his documentary on Netflix, that they don't even know if they have this one thing that can happen with football that makes you aggressive like that until they pass, until they can physically cut open your brain and like analyze it.
Yeah.
So, and I think he's still alive, so we really don't know if it's confirmed.
No, he killed himself in the prison. Yeah, he's not alive. Sad.
Anyways,
sad,
that is really sad.
Let's talk about
Moving
positive things
on.
because it's Friday.
Moving on.
Friday.
It is Friday.
Guess where we're going today?
Where are you going?
Nashville.
I know you're going to the
We're
big
going
dirty Nash.
You're what?
It's a joke.
We're going to the
Tough
we're
crowd.
going to see Vince Gill. You know, your Uncle Dave wanted to go up there and see Vince Gill at the Opry House. Which is, I've never been there, man. I'm just, this is going to blow me away. And then he's going to take me to the Corvette Museum. It's about 60 miles away from Nashville in Kentucky. So we're going to go up there and check that out. So,
which is so funny because I was just I flew into Louisville and drove to Bonnaroo in Tennessee. I forget how long it is, maybe like 2 hours. I really don't remember. Anyways, my friend was telling me about the Corvette Museum, and she knew that you had one. My friend Henny, shout out Henny.
Yeah.
And she came and she knows my dad and everything. And she was saying, like, you need to take your dad here. And I literally wrote it down in my notes. And then come to find out, literally, my uncle is taking you and mom. Because I was like, we should go. That'd be so fun. Like, I would love to go, and we could, fly. I could fly and stay with Henny, and then we could go.
Yeah.
Because it's in between. It's like an hour from our house.
I'm looking forward to it. I just because my Corvette is old. I still drive it. It's the only thing that I drive.
It's not that old.
It is 2007.
Okay.
It's 18 years old.
Age is just a number.
I know, but it only has 92,000 miles on it, and it's a rag top, and I love driving it, and it's the only car I drive. It's the only one I have, so...
I think it's cool, though, because that was your dream car. I'm going to sit back. I'm sorry, my back's hurting. Okay. I think it's cool because that was your dream car. Hey, what's up?
Yo, what up, homies?
And you're wearing your, like, hangover outfit.
What up?
Your high outfit.
Don't
with your
hanging.
Oh, my God, sorry. I don't know why I thought you were just doing this.
We'll
cut that.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Cut nothing.
I'm tired.
Anyway, and so we're going to go to Nashville. It's going to be fun. We're looking forward to that. My homies that live up there are not going to be in town, so we're just going to...
Who lives up there?
Scott Marquis. We called him
I don't know
Tubi.
who that is.
Luby Tubi.
Shout out Tubi.
La 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 Tubi. He watches this. He watches every single one of our things. Because I was laughing.
That's so nice. Shout out.
I think it's funny because we started out with 900 watchers. Now it's down to 80.
I know. We lost the fans. You guys are tired of us. You're tired of seeing our beautiful faces. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's all right, though. It's all right. Listen, I don't care who watches it. Luca's going to be the one that watches it.
That's true.
He's going to say, man, there's my Aunt Jackie and Bumpa.
I know.
So, anyway, it's going to be fun.
I was going to say something. Oh, speaking of Nashville, I honestly have considered moving there. I think I would love to live there. I love country music.
It's so like,
not in the city, though. Outside of Nashville is really cool, and there's a lot of
like Vegas
cool
now.
stuff to do.
It's just crazy. The main street is just...
That's true, but again, I wouldn't be going to Broadway all the time. I would live outside of the city. But
Tootsie's is a blast. Tootsie's is a bar that's been there since all Hank Senior went.
Oh yeah, I never went there, but I know it's like cool. Right on the edge of the street.
It's a regular bar, and every time we went up there, because me and my neighbors, we went and ran half marathons up there. It was a rock and roll race, and we went up there 4 or 5 times years in a row. And went and stayed downtown, and we ran the half marathon, and we just had a blast. I mean, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. And Nashville's fun, but now they've converted now you got all these country stars have bars there. Kid Rock has a bar there, and it's like Vegas, man. It's just a big cold. All these chicks running around with their bridesmaids, and the dudes running around with their bachelor parties, and it's like, man, I just want to sit in a bar and have a beer, relax and quiet and listen to country music. But
you're not like other girls.
No, I mean, what?
You don't know what I keep bringing in my Gen Z terminology and you don't get it. So you're not like other girls implies that you're a pick-me. Like, you're like, everyone loves doing all these things, and I'm just not that kind of girl. Like, I just don't do those things.
No. I like beers and chilling out.
But you're but I don't like I'm just making fun of you, Dad. No, I get it. I'm
used to that.
You're very, yeah.
Well, we got a guest this week. Maybe you may know our guest this week is Mr. Neal Starling. Mm-hmm. Neal was in my pledge class. I've known him for 43 years. Good dude. We have some really good conversations that we talk about. In fact, it's funny when we sit down and talk with some of my friends and we start talking stories and just different things. And there were things I remember about some of these people, and the way I pictured them, like with Neal, I thought he was a political, ran for office, and he did some, but I thought that was more of his style and what he liked to do, and he's totally different. And so to hear these stories just makes me really look at him in a different way, positive, more positive way, but it's really pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So I've enjoyed that. And then, of course, we have one more guest after that. And then before we bring in any other guests, we're going to start doing some, we're going to take some time off. We're going to take some time off, but we're going to start doing a regular show again and talking about life, politics, spiritualness.
Whatever moves our souls.
Yeah, we're going to talk some interesting stuff. Whether you watch or not, we don't care. But my grandson's going to watch it. And my grandson after that, the granddaughters that come down the road, they're going to watch this.
Of
when
course.
I'm long gone. They're going to say, my bumper was a cool, he was cool. And I just go, yeah, I am. You like my new sunglasses?
They're sick.
They're readers. I bought them so I can see now. It's really clear. It's really clear. I like them.
No, yeah, you're really wearing you look like a vampire.
My buddy Jay Stern got me this hat. It's got a bad word on it, but it's not. It's blocked out. But,
it's fine, yeah.
But I like
no one knows. It's fine.
Cool.
It says FCK.
Yeah, it's cool. And then I got this gift.
We don't know what that
means. This is a gift as well.
Yeah. You're just showered with gifts.
I know, man. I told people to stop sending me gifts, man. Just chill. Just chill out.
Well, we're over time a little bit. I did want to say two things that are honestly not relevant, but I'm just going to say them.
Yeah.
We look really pale in this lighting, and I promise we're tanner in person. Just had to say that because I was like, wow, I literally look like a ghost. This is crazy.
You're crazy.
Also, second thing before we wrap. I did make a comment about how our quality was going to be better this week than last week, but then I got lazy and didn't feel like downloading the green screen software to my computer, so we're on his again. So if it's giving toaster again, sorry. Love you guys though. But yeah, enjoy the episode this week. Though the episode with Neal was recorded on mine, so it'll go from his computer quality to mine, so it should be better.
Yeah.
But whatever, nobody's perfect.
Listen, let me just say this. I love all you people that watch this. And
shout out to the fans. I appreciate
you guys text me and send me little messages how much you like it. And there's probably 70 people that watch it all the time. And we appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's sweet.
For sure.
We love you. We really do.
We love you guys. Have a great Friday.
Have a great Friday.
And if you've been watching this long, we love you even more. We love all of you.
Yeah.
But if you've been watching till now, in the next 2 episodes we'll post.
Yeah.
And then we'll take a break.
Yeah.
We love you so much. This isn't our last. We still have about probably like 2 more before we take a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
A hiatus, if you will. But we'll be back. You can't get rid of us.
We need a vacation. We work hard every week.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
I just started my new job.
Coming up, Neal Starling. We got to say,
love you guys.
Love you.
Happy Friday. Have an amazing weekend and week.
Have a great
weekend. Ready?
Yes.
Peace,
love,
funk and roll.
Funk and I know.
Soul?
No, funk and roll.
Okay, yeah, got it.
The funk and the rock.
right.
I came up with
it's
this.
both.
Anyway, yeah.
Bye.
All right. Love you. See ya. Hey, greetings. Happy Friday, everybody, to the Termini Ball Show. Guess what? Got a real special guest hanging out with us today. My pledge brother and, of course, my brother of Eta Phi, Mr. Neal Starling.
Welcome, Jackie. Thanks for having me. This is exciting to be here finally. I've seen these online, and I'm really excited about being here today.
Well, I'm excited too, brother. I want to say, by the way, on a side note, how you feeling, man? How you feeling?
I'm feeling a lot better. Yeah. Day 42 of my second chance at life.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So those that don't know, Neal was in a golf. It was a fundraiser golf tournament you were in, and it's in the Carolinas, right?
Yeah, North Carolina.
And it's a hilly place.
Yep. And I got distracted and went off the cart path. Tried to recorrect myself and ended up flipping a golf cart and getting a free trauma ride to the hospital.
when we talked about this a little bit before. When you it was a hill. There was a major drop off, right? Yeah. That you just know was there for the most part. So when you went to go around the curve or turn around, it rolled off, and there's no way turning back. There's no stopping now. Yeah. And it flipped 3 times?
Yeah. So what I remember is the cart path going off the edge of it, trying to come back on.
Yeah.
And then I remember seeing the back tire of the golf cart on the first flip. And I guess what I'm told is I came out on the second flip. The golf cart landed beside me on the third flip. Now, there's not a scratch on the golf cart except the roof was broken off completely, and it's in the river, as you see in one of those pictures I just showed you earlier. Yeah. And I'm laying on the boulder. Well, you showed
you my wife. I didn't see him. I want to see him later.
Anyway. I'm laying on a boulder with my head busted open and concussion, my arm broken, and a few other things. But Good Lord was protecting me. So
Amen, bro.
I'm here.
Well, I remember because we talked that morning, and you told me about. You remember we were talking because you were going to come and hang out with me a couple of weeks later, and I just remember going. You heard from Hal Harwell was telling everybody what's going on. I was like, golly, man. So we missed you, but I'm so glad you bounced back and doing good. And listen, so a lot of stories to tell with me and Neal. Listen, we've interviewed a lot of my brothers, and we've had some good stories to tell. But me and Neal have been through a lot together because, as I recall, and you may remember some of this that I don't remember a lot of it, but we went to orientation together at Troy, and so I'll never forget because when we came through. You were the president of our orientation class, weren't you? Or something didn't they do something? Or am I thinking outside the box?
You're thinking outside the box there, I think, on that one. Right. I was just lucky to be there. I didn't deserve to be at college. What are you talking about?
Yeah, get out of here, man. Get out of here.
I was lucky to be there.
No, Neal, you were the SGA president.
I was SGA
for Troy,
at
Troy. Yeah, yes. I mean, come on.
Yeah. It was fun. It was good stuff.
But when we went to orientation, you remember they gave us that freshman it was an annual. It was a book. Had pictures in it.
A little book about Troy and about things. And they broke us into little groups.
Yes.
And they sent us out with counselors.
Yeah.
Angie Bradshaw was my counselor.
Oh, wow.
Who walked me around campus.
God rest her soul.
God rest her soul. God love her.
Yes.
And Patty was in my group.
Yeah. Okay. That's right. That's right. Because, you introduced me to Patty.
I did. That's
my wife of 37 years.
Let's get that number right.
Yeah, I know. I know. I got it wrong last time. But you remember I remember we were walking to class and we were cutting across the
quad.
Thank you, the quad. And we walked up on Patty and some other people, and she goes, "Jackie, have you met Patty before?" I'm like, "No, hey, how are you?" I wanted to meet her. And I was like, "No, hey, how are you doing?" And that was so funny because I think we were in a class together. Weren't we all going to the same class that day? Yep. But in Smith Hall. And but that's funny.
And our first week of school in orientation after we got through it, I told you about her.
Yeah.
And then you said, "I saw her, but I didn't know who she was." Said,
yeah.
And we ended up running into her. So that was kind of meant to be.
That was cool, though. That was cool. So we went through the same pledge class. We both accepted our bid at Sigma Chi same time. What do you remember about that?
About accepting the bid?
Yeah, all the above, the pledgeship as a whole.
Well, the funny thing is I moved right into the fraternity house.
Oh, really?
I had a room in Alumni Hall, and I never went in that room because I had came up during the summer. I got invited to a summer rush party because I knew Audie really well.
Yes.
And Audie brought me up.
Anchor Splash.
Yeah, it was Anchor Splash. At the It was at the old Armory, though. Is where the party was at that point. It was at the Armory.
Okay.
And so at the Armory, Wes was there. I remember Mike Carpenter was there. I remember Van English being there. Ratcliffe being there. All the guys were there. Bud was there.
Wow.
And I just had a great time at the Armory. This is like the last. I'm like, okay, I'm coming to Troy and I want to be a Sigma Chi no matter what.
Were you in high school when that happened?
I was in high school.
Okay, because I remember the first Anchor Splash we went through. It was the summer Anchor Splash, and it was at the fraternity house.
Right.
I remember we came over during the day. And I tell a story because it's so funny, but Scott Mark was in the back he was laying plastic down the big ditch because they big water, goddamn water thing. It was crazy with the tiki bar behind it for the party. And that was in the afternoon. And we sat down up in the fraternity house and it was me, Glenn Shaw, Tim, and Tubi. And we sit around this table and we do the music drinking game. What do you remember? We play the song, and first one to get it right, the other people have to drink. And of course, I kicked everybody's butt. Everybody's butt. I remember Scott Marks going, "Damn, Jackie, I shouldn't have invited you to play this thing." And it was
Scott's not competitive at all.
Yeah, no, I know, guys. But you know what? He's, in my opinion, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but Scott Mark was probably the most loving Sigma Chi brother there is. I've never seen a man that just drops everything he's doing to come visit. Somebody comes to town, or all the backbone he put into the chapter and getting things cleaned up, ready. He would bust his butt.
And what an athlete he was at the time.
Big time.
He was always there to do something. I got to room with him one quarter.
Yeah.
And we always used to give him grief about his shoes. And he used to make him set them out. He had a brand new pair of shoes, and I made him put them outside on the windowsill because they were smelled so bad. And somebody stole them. Stole them. So he gave me grief forever about that.
Stole his shoes out the window.
Stole his shoes.
We were my senior year that summer. We were roommates for the last time, and of course, everybody loved Tubi so much, but everybody picked on him, messed with him all the dang time. But
He took it well, though.
Do you remember the night we after we what was it called? We went out to Lester's Flat and with our big brothers. Do you remember that?
Oh,
man.
Is that where we went to the 808 Club?
No, that was the Pledge Getaway.
That was the
We
Pledge
went to
Getaway.
Laurel Hill in that area was where we went to that.
That's right.
Because Jay, my big brother, is his part, and we went to his uncle's, semi-uncle, but had that cabin out in the middle.
That's right.
Remember
That's
that?
right. I remember the cabin now.
And it was the middle of nowhere, but it was really cool. There was no place to sleep. Everybody was sleeping on the floors or out inside in the garage and stuff. I remember Johnny Flowers was in our pledge class too. Johnny Flowers is playing. He's all curled up going, I can be a louder. I'm not going to go into what he said, but it was so funny. He's all curled up on the ground.
Leave me alone.
Good old Brick. You know what?
Lester's Flats. Let's go back to Lester's Flats. You were trying to tell a story.
Well, Lester's Flat. So we all got in a circle out there, and we were singing all those songs. They sang about the brothers and stuff. Jackie would get in the middle, and they go, Jackie's going to drink with us, or whatever. I forget what they were now, but everybody's around you, and it was just cut up having a good time, man. I wish Lester Flat was still around.
Oh, yeah, that was a great place, wasn't it?
It really was, man. You remember because they had that Frito pie.
Frito pie.
They had it was chili with Fritos on top and cheese on top.
Yeah, I think it had Fritos on the bottom of it too, though, didn't it?
Yeah. It was throughout. Yeah, but it was so good, and that's all I ever ate when I was there. I think I went like 3 times in our 4 years, but. It was a roughneck place.
Well, there weren't many choices of bars in Troy, Alabama.
That's true.
The Front Porch, and the Brass Parrot.
The Brass
What
Parrot.
about a great place that was?
Mix and Mar was in the
Mix
house.
and Mar.
That was
live action.
That was fun. That when everything was going down, all the people went to the Front Porch. Mm-hmm. But I didn't like the Front Porch. It was nasty. The DJs were just slinging whatever they could to play. They really didn't care about the crowd. But they got a big, crowd out there.
It was always closest to campus, though. That's why.
That's true.
All the alumni dorm halls, all the sorority houses, everything was right there.
Yeah, and I mean, look, I still went and hung out some there, but I was at the competitive bar because when they opened up the Brass Parrot and I was DJing, man, we got packed all the time, and it was it was a Holiday Inn bar, and obviously it was much nicer, and they had that. What was that parrot drink? What was it? Parrot. Not parrot piss. I hate him saying that, but parrot drink. It was a big bowl.
Yep.
Like a punch bowl.
And a bunch of straws.
And that was a big thing for the students. And I was like going, every time somebody ordered, I went, that's got like 5 different liquors in it. And like, you're in trouble, man. It's going to be tough. That was a good time. So when you were in college, you dated a girl similar the whole time, didn't you?
No, it's interesting because I dated my first year, Juanisa, for a little while.
Yeah.
Which was a little sister. And we only dated, I guess, probably 1 or 2 quarters at most.
I wanted to do a podcast. And my daughter said, don't do that. Because I want to do a podcast of me going back to high school and talk about the girls I dated all the way through till I met their mom. And I said, and they're like going, Dad, on Facebook, these women may be married. And they're like, I said, it's not like we did anything bad. We just dated, and that was when we were 18 years old. It's 40 years ago.
Jackie, listen to the wise daughters.
I know.
They're very smart in their age, okay?
I know. I'm not bringing it up.
And just remember, we never dated or knew any other woman until we met our wonderful wives.
Okay,
and we're both very lucky to have the wives we have.
There were some fun stories, man.
And there were some great stories.
All the girls I dated, they've reached out to me since my diagnosis and been so sweet, so kind. They were these ladies were so nice, and I want to mention them, but I'm not going to.
God brought Patty into your life for a reason.
I understand.
Okay.
I understand.
Let's just leave it at that.
I understand, Neal. I understand.
And God brought Julie into my life. And
Amen.
If I look at the things that made me who I am today,
yeah,
that's one of the critical turning points in my life, and I think I'm a better person because of her.
Amen.
And because God brought her to me. So,
yeah. But there's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
That's key. That's how you stay married, because you get a balance. Like with you can tell me about you and Julie, but so Patty is more conservative, quiet, and I'm the outgoing. I want to drink, I want to hang out, I want to be the DJ, I want to party, I want to socialize. I a lot of people says to me, and it made me really warm and deep inside. I had 6, 7 people told me that I was their best friend. And I was close to them. I loved them. But, most people have one best friend, right?
Yeah.
And when that was said to me, I was like, golly, man, that's so kind. I mean, I love them as much as I would love any best friend, but that really moved me. And Patty's just the opposite. She has one good friend, two good friends that she hangs out with. And so we're kind of the opposite. So we balance each other out in that aspect from that, so you and Julie?
Julie and I are probably very similar at times, but it's interesting to watch over the 30 plus years of marriage. We've changed. I used to be the very outgoing person. She wasn't. Now she's the very outgoing person, and I've gotten more reserved.
More conservative, yeah.
And it's kind of rotated back and forth depending on what scenario we're in.
Yeah, yeah.
But I would say it's what I was going to say. I was going to say something as you were talking about that and our wives, but we're lucky to have them. I mean,
amen.
Amen to that. And
I agree.
It's getting through Troy was a great thing. Getting to Troy itself, I wasn't even supposed to go to school at Troy. I was supposed to be in the Navy.
Really?
I found it not long ago. I have a DD 214, which is a discharge from the Navy.
Yeah.
I had joined the Navy, and when I graduated high school, I was supposed to go straight into the Navy.
Wow.
And a friend of mine, I joined under what's called a buddy program. I was a junior in high school. He was a senior graduating.
Yeah.
We were going to be on the same ship together.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And 3 months after he got into the Navy, he committed suicide.
Oh, my God.
And Jack Shiver was his name. And
God rest his soul.
I got involved with some other people in high school my senior year, and everybody was going to college. And so I went back and convinced the Navy to let me go to college.
Wow.
And they discharged me.
Did they really?
I had never served a day of active duty, so I have no benefits whatsoever. But that's okay.
Wow. I did not know that.
I went to college instead, and I got to Troy.
Let me tell you what I think about you when I first met you. Because you were number one. You were, in my opinion, and I've seen this as a comment, you were a politician. I thought you were, I'm telling you were a leader. You were the president of our pledge class.
Vice president. Wasn't Brian? Brian was the president.
Of our pledge?
Brian Weekly was president of the pledge class.
You really?
I was vice president. Yeah, I think that's right. We have to
of
call
our
Brian
pledge group.
Of our pledge class.
Brian, okay. All right. Well, Brian, call us, let us know. Yeah. But I thought that about you. I thought you were a high grade guy. Were you not? Did you make good grades?
I made okay grades.
Well, I didn't. I was crap. I was C.
Lucky that you could take a course a second time and pass it, Troy.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Get rid of the grade you
I
failed.
had a couple of flunked classes. I did. But you know what's funny? I'll tell you something story real quick at Troy. So I flunked 2 classes, and I literally didn't like the teachers. Not because personally, I just didn't like the way they taught. It just didn't jive with me. So I took 2 other teachers, and one was I think it was one was accounting or Dr. Sherman was the teacher.
Accounting.
Okay, the other guy took a class I flunked. I didn't like it. I took Dr. Sherman, made a B. Yeah. Because he was the kind of guy that would sit in class and he's sitting there. He would do a problem on the chalkboard, and he'd sit there and he's back to the class, but he knew everybody in the class. He'd go, "Mr. Mitchell, what is the answer?" He's tapping the chalkboard. "Mr. Mitchell," and he's back to us. "Mr. Mitchell," and if you didn't respond, he'd turn around and sling a eraser at you. He slung his eraser at me several times. I went,
"That's great.
Okay, I guess I'm going to figure this out." So now he would do that tick, 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 and he wouldn't call a name out. I'd give him the answer immediately. I'd go, "Boop, this is Mr. Mitchell." And listen, God rest his soul too. He passed away a little bit ago, but I made a B in his class because he was so much different at teaching me. Yeah. So other than that, I was C guy. C's.
Hey, C's get degrees.
That's right. They got me out of. Did you graduate in 5 years?
I graduated in 4 years, actually.
Oh, well, so that's impressive because I graduated in 4 years as well, but I went 3 summers. So you think about that, that's really 5 years. But I did graduate in 86, started in 82, so that's 4 years. But I went every summer.
Summer of 86, and I graduated that spring of 86, I think. Is when I graduated.
You graduated with Patty. Because she graduated. Right. She moved over to Atlanta and worked there, and I was spending my last summer there with Tubi. And we had a good time. I remember getting ready for the
Anchor Splash.
Thank you.
Yes.
And that was so much fun.
Do you remember our first Anchor Splash when we were brothers?
Yeah.
Ollie and I found these sport coats that were navy blue sport coats that had anchors sewn on them all over them. And
where did you find them? In a store somewhere?
At a Goodwill store. I think
all right, that makes sense.
And we couldn't afford anything, so we bought whatever you could find, right? But And the funny thing is they were both a little small.
Yeah.
So we had to wear. They were a little tight on us, but we're
You
wearing these. We're wearing these.
You wear them with no shirt.
We're wearing this no matter what. So I lost all my pictures. I used to have all those pictures because I worked with Ed a lot.
I have a picture of that somewhere. You guys had your shirts off, didn't you?
We probably did.
You had a bow tie on, and you were in the blue. I could be wrong. But that was Audie was a good dude, man. Audie was our consul.
Yep.
He was a consul.
Yeah, he was his whole family phenomenal. You can't say anything bad about anybody in that family. Mama Mac, Daddy Mac. Do you remember when Audie and I roomed together at Pell Avenue?
Yeah.
We had a full-size refrigerator in our room.
Yeah.
And Mama Mac and Daddy Mac would bring fried chicken and hush puppies up.
They own that chicken kitchen.
That's right, Chicken Restaurant and Chicken Kitchen Restaurant.
Yeah.
And everybody knew the day they came up to the house, and they were like raiding our refrigerator, trying to get the food out of it. And Audie and I'd be trying to lock the refrigerator and keep everybody out of it.
Yeah, no, that's funny. That's funny. The thing about with me, and especially lately doing the podcast, it's funny because, you're affected by so many things from your past, right? Oh, yeah. Friends, teachers. I have a lot of teachers. I tell this little story real quick, and because God bless her, Patsy Parker was the counselor at my high school.
Okay.
And I had average grades, and I wanted to go to school, and I applied at Troy, applied at Auburn, just trying to get into school. And if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have gotten into Troy. She called, said, get him in, let him in, and I got in on probation. And I made the grades to make stay and never got kicked out. But doing that got me into Sigma Chi. And most people think when they talk about fraternities, they think it's a party time, raise hell time, and get kids in college. And that was not what we were about. And I laugh sometimes because you think about the stuff we experienced when we went through initiation, and it was not a hazement that is now considered hazing. Mm-hmm. And it's some of the simplest things about just really saying what kind of man you are and your determination of where you want to be in life. And some of these things we went through, and now it's considered hazing, and it's like to me that just ruins everything.
Yeah, the reading The Man in the Glass. Yes. And that's available anywhere. So if you haven't read The Man in the Glass, read it. And just think about it. It's a tremendous what I think our pledgeship did at Sigma Chi, and it made you think about who you were and who you wanted to be.
Yes.
And it drew
as a man.
A man. That's exactly right. And the bond that we created was amazing. I don't think I would be the person I am today or have the things I have today without you and the other brothers.
Amen, brother. That's a fact. Yeah. And you know what? That's what I was going to say. That carried so much weight on our younger years that now it's we graduated in '86. So what is that? I mean, it's 2025. That's oh my God, I can't do the math in my head.
Long time
I'm a
ago.
banker. I have no clue, but I know that it was a long time ago, and it still carries to this day that we still stay together, we still visit, we still stay in touch. We've got a Signal text chain that has like 120 guys on it from that chapter, and we talk about everything in life all the time on that. And I get a lot from that when I do cling in. It's hard to follow some of the. I'll cling in. There's like 300 messages I haven't read. But those things move me and carry a lot of weight with me, and it's really because of the men that were there when we got there, and how they spent their lives and things they did, standing up for women, doing these things that gentlemen and men are supposed to do in life, and it just stuck with me because no other fraternity. I'm not knocking any other fraternity, but they didn't do it quite like that. Sigma Chi.
I agree completely, and I think you're absolutely right. It's the small things that we did, and how we held each other accountable.
Yep. Exactly.
You would do some stupid things. We were in college.
Exactly.
We were young men.
Yep.
But somebody would come and say, "Hey, Neal, did you know you did this last night? You probably ought to go apologize to so and so."
Yeah.
And
get it right.
Get it right now.
Yeah.
Don't let it fester. Don't get in a problem.
Nope.
With it. Fix it now.
Yeah. So we going through that to me just changed who we are.
Yeah. So here's a great story about Sigma Chi and standing up in those days.
Okay.
John Nettie, who was a New York Jets football player.
Okay.
A friend of mine, a guy named David right out in California, is really close friends with him.
Okay.
I'm at a party in New York, Jimmy V Foundation event.
Oh, wow.
And his wife comes and starts talking to me, and she's a Northerner, and she went to school at Auburn. And she says, the interesting thing that happened to me at Auburn, the first week I'm there, I go to these fraternity parties. I walk into this fraternity house, and every man in that room stood up. And I go, what? She goes, yeah, every man in that room stood up. And I said, I need to be in the South the rest of my life. And I go, what fraternity was she? She said, it was Sigma Chi.
Oh, wow.
And I said, it was
really?
Sigma Chi at Auburn.
No
Every
way.
man in the room stood up when a woman walked in the room, just like we did at Troy.
That's, we've talked this before with other brothers in my interviews. I'm like, that carried so much weight. We had so much women that came around and just thought that was really respectable of them. And remember we talked about the chapter now. Y'all should do this now, guys. When the women, pay attention, man. Pay attention. Be a gentleman.
That's what we should be. Be a gentleman. That's right.
Amen. Amen. And you are one.
And you are as well.
Well, you know why? Because we came from a place that taught us more about being gentlemen.
And held us accountable to make sure we were.
Yeah, exactly. That's true, too. Because you know what? There's no doubt about it. I tell people this all the time when I talk about my faith in Jesus Christ and how I'm talking to him more now than ever and just really connecting with things. But I still sin, people. I still am not perfect. I still make mistakes. But my faith for Jesus and God is still there, stronger than it's ever been. But listen, like I said, I'm still going to be myself, but I'm still going to try to be a better man and give more love that I can to people. But Glenn, Neal still sends some too.
Oh no.
But anyway, well, man, thanks you for coming on the show.
Thanks for letting me be on the show, and
of course,
I'm glad we're here together. 44 years. I did the math. I think that's right. 44 years later.
That's amazing.
And thanks Terry Kersey for making sure we made it through pledge class.
And we do communicate. Usually weekly, if not more. But and now that you're living in close by to me here in Orlando, you're at the Villages, right?
Yep,
Villages,
yeah.
Where
cruise ship on land for adults.
Yeah,
as my wife would say.
Thank you, brother.
Later, my brother. I love you.
Love you, man. Love you. Thank you. Thank you. Safe travels.
Thank you.
See you guys. Have a great weekend. See you.
What's it? Peace, love, rock
peace,
and roll.
Peace, love. You can't do it because you're not on the coast. But peace is peace, love, and funk and roll.
Funk and roll. All right, I got it.
See you.
Bye, guys.